I made a video a while ago on how to increase the capacity of your power station, and today we're going to talk mainly about how to increase the capacity of an EcoFlow battery, regardless of the model, for about 2 to 3 times cheaper than their standard expansion batteries. Here, we'll talk about the 48-volt rack-mounted WattCycle battery that makes this possible. Why WattCycle? Well, first of all, for their value for money and because they've developed a cable with an XT150 connector compatible with any EcoFlow power station. But this technique isn't just for EcoFlow, it can be used for other brands too. That's what we'll see at the end of this video. I'm putting the link for this battery and the specific cable compatible with EcoFlow stations in the description. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to the channel and feel free to give us a like and ask your questions in the comments. As you've probably gathered, the core issue is the price of expansion batteries at EcoFlow. Prices start at $409 for a Delta 2 expansion battery of only 1024 watt-hours. For the Delta 2 Max with 2048 watt-hours, it's currently $799. And if we move up to an EcoFlow Delta Pro 3 with 4096 watt-hours, the price jumps to $2,599. That's far from negligible, especially when you compare those figures with the 5120 watt-hour WattCycle battery, which is only $799. The example is actually striking for a nearly identical budget. I like to compare the Delta 2 Max Extra battery at $799 for 2048 watt-hours with the WattCycle battery at $799 for a massive capacity of 5120 watt-hours. For the same price, or just a few dollars more, you get 2.5 times the storage capacity. But here's the thing, normally it's impossible to connect expansion batteries other than the EcoFlow brand. But that's just the theory. That's what we'll see next. How to connect this type of 48-volt battery by making the EcoFlow station think it's a perfectly normal expansion battery from the brand. But before I show you how to connect all that and talk about the famous cable, let's introduce this 48-volt, 100 amp-hour WattCycle battery. First, regarding the format, it's what's called a 3U server rack format with a metal casing. It measures 48.5 centimeters by 45 centimeters and still weighs over 41 kilograms. So it's not a small portable battery you'd tuck under your arm for a picnic. It's more intended for a fixed installation at home, in a garage, or to equip a motorhome. But this weight is justified because it's got plenty of power inside. We're talking about a massive capacity of 5120 watt-hours here. Inside, WattCycle hasn't just put in anything either. They use BYD brand LiFePO 4 prismatic cells, which are among the best on the market. This battery is certified for over 6,000 cycles with an 80% depth of discharge. In practical terms, that means it's designed to last over 10 years with daily use. And WattCycle actually offers a basic 5-year warranty that can be extended to 10 years. If we have to highlight one huge technological strength of this battery compared to the competition, it's its balancing system. Usually, batteries have a 0.03 amp passive balancer that dissipates excess energy as heat. But here, WattCycle has integrated a 3 amp active balancer, which is 100 times more powerful. So instead of losing energy as heat, the system intelligently transfers energy from the most charged cells to the least charged ones. As a result, your cells age much more slowly and the overall capacity is optimized because the battery heats up much less. Another thing I love is the interface. There's a superb touchscreen on the front. You know exactly what's happening inside because you have real-time access to the charge percentage, voltage, current, and even individual cell temperatures. But it's also equipped with Bluetooth 5. You download the WattCycle app on your phone and you have all this data right in your pocket. It also has multiple communication ports, CAN, RS485, RS232, compatible with major inverter brands like Victron or Dai. As for safety, we're all set there too. Its battery management system, the famous BMS, handles 100 amps continuously and manages over 20 safety features, including cutoffs for low or high temperatures. They've even included a large 125 amp physical circuit breaker right on the front of the battery to cut the circuit if needed. Finally, if the 5,000 plus watt-hours aren't enough, these batteries are designed to be stacked and you can connect up to 20 in parallel for a huge capacity of over 100 kilowatt-hours. Suffice it to say, you've got plenty of headroom. So this battery really offers exceptional value for money. But then how do you safely connect this huge battery to another small EcoFlow station? That's what we're going to see right now, thanks to a rather special cable. Normally, connecting a third-party battery to an EcoFlow's expansion port is simply impossible, as this port is disabled and locked by default by the manufacturer. But that's without counting on the determination of many DIYers on YouTube who eventually found the workaround. They discovered the secret, so to speak, by placing a tiny 1000 ohm resistor between communication pins 4 and 5 of the connector, tricking the EcoFlow station. This simple resistor tells the station that an official expansion battery is connected. As a result, the EcoFlow instantly activates the port and allows current to flow, giving you direct access to the internal battery. The problem is that initially, to pull off this trick, you had to sacrifice an original EcoFlow cable, cut it, and do the soldering yourself, which isn't for everyone. That's when WattCycle had the idea to release their plug-and-play cable. They simply integrated that famous 1000 ohm resistor directly into the pins of their own cable with the XT150 plug. So, you no longer need to tinker with anything or sacrifice an original cable. You just need to plug in this cable provided by WattCycle and you're good to go. The EcoFlow instantly recognizes the signal, allowing you to utilize the 48-volt battery in seconds. Plus, it's a high-quality 8 AWG cable, about 10 square millimeters, perfect for handling the station's high-power demands. As for the connection, it's quite simple, as you can see. However, it's imperative that the EcoFlow power station and the WattCycle battery are at the same charge level before being connected. This allows the two batteries in this system to synchronize smoothly. Next, for added safety, even though the WattCycle cable is very well made, it comes as a single unit with no built-in fuse by default. Even if the EcoFlow station and the WattCycle battery have their own internal BMS protection systems, you risk severe cable overheating in the event of a short circuit. And here, adding a fuse or a circuit breaker, as some already do, is a very good initiative. The advantage of the circuit breaker is that it becomes a real on-off switch to safely isolate and physically disconnect your two batteries from each other without having to unplug the terminals every time. For other power stations, the easiest way is to go directly through the XT90 port. The only point to check is the maximum input voltage allowed by your power station. Some power stations accept an XT90 input voltage ranging from 12 volts to 160 volts and accept up to 2000 watts of power. So this WattCycle battery can be a simple addition for many off-grid or motorhome installations. There you go. I hope this video provides you with useful information. Don't hesitate to ask your questions in the comments. Remember to like and share your ideas if you have any additions to make under this video. See you very soon.